Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Besties, do you have a second? Hey, friend.
Hey, best friend. Girl, what you doing?
Hey, the best squad. It's your girl, Ebony, the best. Guys, I have a few topics for us to go through, but before I get started, let me start by saying everything I'm about to say, it's all alleged, all in my opinion, and it's all for entertainment purposes that is covered by the copyright law fair use. But guys, let's get into these hot topics.
Do me a favor, don't talk to me.
The best squad. This whole thing with Miss D and them and Cameron. Child, Cameron decided she gon' clappity clap back. Okay? Cameron. Okay, the one who used to be like this that I was feeling so sorry for her. This Cameron.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a...
She decided that she gonna respond to what she had said in the episode that aired. She's standing 10 toes down. She said that she don't want no drama. It's been 10 years. Then, girl, you knew it was 10 years ago. Why even discuss it in the show? I understand producers want y'all to say stuff to get like a buzz, and y'all got that buzz out of Miss D. Okay? Now, she came back with part 3. But let's listen to what Cameron had to say first.
But it's okay. Please trust that you will never hear me talk about dancing dolls ever again in life, ever. Please, okay? You will never hear those words come out of my mouth ever again. Don't worry. Oh, that's blurry, I can't see. Hi guys. Oh my God, I forgot I'm on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in a while. Sorry guys. I'll be on TikTok. Y'all gotta see me on TikTok. Yes, guys. I tried. Okay. Calm down. For the episode, right? At that time, for that particular scene, especially with the hike, I had reached a breaking point. My name had been involved in so many different things, and I never took the chance on my own to speak up for myself, okay? Because if you know me, you know I'm the type of person where it's just like, you know what, I don't want to feed into it. I don't want to do more than what's already being done. I just want to let it go. That's it. But just so happened I had reached a breaking point, okay? And I just said what I wanted to say. I just said F it and said what I wanted to say. Of course, I tried to keep it respectful, but at the end of the day, everybody that had everything to say about me and under the sun for years, okay? And the one time, and yes, I mentioned it, the same thing I said on the show, I mentioned it on live as well. Yes. Like, I don't know, y'all. I just don't want people to be out here, saying that I'm rude and disrespectful and and not grateful for everything you've done. That's not even the case. What are you talking about? I just said, those messages would have never been in the group chat at all if it wasn't for particular decisions that were made in the dollhouse. But you know what? It's okay. Because honestly, it's over with, it's old. I can't afford to care about nothing from 10 years ago. I can't. I am so ready to move on with my life, and yeah, it's always something. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. But just coming on here, okay guys, to let you know that I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's peace and sanity, okay? But I don't do that back and forth stuff. I don't do that online subliminal stuff. I don't have time for that. I don't care for none of that. So I'm gonna just stop that right now where it's at right here. Thank you. Thank you. Goodness gracious, y'all.
You know the sad part about this, the best squad, is that I watched these girls grow up. I watch Miss D, even though they're now saying, oh, it's reality TV, we had to do what we had to do to make it entertaining and whatever the case is. But regardless of the fact, I know Miss D loved these girls. I know she did. Okay? And for them to be all grown up, you know how it goes. We have a saying in Jamaica, when people start
taking man, them feel them big and them feel them grown. So Miss D has something to say, and then I'm gonna post her part 3 of this whole mess.
We're back for part 3. Lord, let's talk text messages. So now that we're here and the girls are now being reprimanded for their part in the text message scandal, conversation, or what have you, or whatever you want to call it, you know, they might not have liked the way I handled it. And everybody is entitled to their truth. And my husband always tells me, just because it's your truth is not always a fact. You know what I mean? It's just because it's your opinion. Your opinion is not always a fact. Hell, my opinion may not even be your fact, which is totally fine. But the truth is, to say that I didn't protect them, to say that I didn't defend them in the moment is wild. See the text message. So inside of the text message that I just showed you, this is a conversation with me and one of the executive producers, and I'm basically sharing with her, that I don't want the kids to be portrayed that way, and the conversation will tarnish the girls and the kids and the team. I'm saying this to the production. This is on November the 2nd, which is a few days after the whole thing unfolded. And I'm telling them, personally, I was bullied in high school. I was bullied while I was in college at Jackson State. I know what it feels like to be bullied. And I personally, now everybody has their own opinion, I personally did not see the girls as bullies. A bully is somebody who does something consistently. A bully is somebody who constantly comes back and constantly nitpicks, pick. And from what I saw, again, on my side of it, what I saw, I did not see the girls doing that. The girls embraced Princess when she came over. The girls loved on her. The girls made sure that she felt welcome. I remember when Cameron presented Princess her line jacket. Like, it was a whole thing. There was no negativity. I didn't see the drama. I think that in retrospect, the girls were venting, the girls were upset, the girls were angry, and they forgot that she was in the group. And they thought that it was a safe space for them to vent and say whatever it is they wanted to say. Yeah, they were kids. Again, being a child does not take away the fact of the responsibility that you have to still be a good human and a good person in that situation. Now, again, I'm not saying that they're not good people. What I'm saying is they made a mistake, and they did. So I reprimanded them for the mistake. I wasn't going to cover it up for them. I wasn't going to shy away from it, because this is a situation that happened. This child is leaving a situation that triggered her. She's leaving a situation that is similar, and this situation triggered her. So I could see why her mom would think that, or why she would feel that, because she's just now leaving a situation that just happened. So for me personally, even in the midst of the conversation and everything that's going on, I'm still trying to make sure the girls are not portrayed or perceived a certain way. Now, on the flip side of it, here I am sitting here, and not only am I thinking about Princess, but I'm also thinking about myself. Here am I as a coach, as a businesswoman, as an owner. I'm trying to be a second mom. I am this person that is putting myself out to make sure that I'm the best version of myself. Now, I'm not perfect by no means, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm putting myself as the best version of myself for them. I'm doing things that I feel like is necessary to make them the best dancers, the best human, and all of these things. And I'm seeing the things that they're saying about me. So I said to myself, you know what, Diana, you've already been feeling for a minute that there's some things happening. And I'm not going to get into all of that. You've already been hearing some things. Maybe it's time for you to go ahead and pull the trigger on your what's next. Now, during my conversation with the person that texted me yesterday, I said this to them yesterday too. I told them this was a part of the reason why I left Jackson. In the midst of not only the stuff that happened with the liturgical episode, there were some things that happened while I was on the Bring It Live tour. There were some things that had been said that I found out about. There was a lot of lying by powers that be. I'm not going to say from parents. I'm not going to say from the girls, because that would not be true. But there was a lot of lying from the powers that be and things that were being said to me. I started to find out that The girls were damn near being set up to lose in certain situations. The rules were changed in the middle of a competition. Everybody has to understand, like, you might not like my tactics and you may not like me, and that's all fine and dandy. But I always go back to say, if I'm all of these things and you don't like who I am and you don't like what I do and all this, take your child off the team. You don't have to leave her there. She doesn't have to be a part of the team. You can say whatever you want to say and move on. I even still feel like in this situation, you know, the children should have gone to their parents and the parents should have come to me. Now, hindsight is 2020. And again, I'm not mad at anybody. The girls can call me to this day. When Kaya had to go online and defend herself against that previous live that went out, I text her. I reached out to her and I let her know that I was here for her and that she don't owe nobody an apology. Blah, blah. We all know what it is. If you know what it is, then leave it. The girls know that they can call me. We may not be the relationship that y'all see on social media, but you don't have to have that type of relationship publicly for it to be a relationship, for a thing to be a thing. And even if they feel like they can't, that's fine too. But at the end of the day, Dancing Dolls is not an individual. Dancing Dolls is an organization. And for me personally, it is loyalty. It is dedication to the team. It is dedication to the org over all of this BS. They can't film what you don't give them. They asked for the text messages. Yes, I had them. I didn't give them nothing. I refused because it was already a terrible situation. I had already handled it. Isn't that enough? Wasn't that enough? It should have been enough. And even as a fan, anybody questioning these girls or asking these girls anything or talking to these girls about anything and asking questions, you have a right to ask those questions, but they don't owe you an explanation either. I think that it sucks that anybody felt the need to sit in the comments and say the stuff that y'all said to Micaiah. You wrong for that. If you are a fan of this team, remember I said Dancing Dolls is not an individual, it's an organization. If you are a fan of the team, you can be a fan of a person, but it doesn't give you the right to come into our home, our dollhouse, our DD4L family, and attack any of these girls. That shit's not okay. It's not okay. I'm never going to be okay with that. I don't sit and allow anybody to come to me and talk negatively to me about these parents or about these kids, whether I get along with them or not. I'm not caught up in mess. Am I the drama? I think I'm the drama. People talk about me, but nobody can come to me and talk to me about none of these girls. Not a production company, not an app, not a nobody. Because again, my loyalty is to the organization. Nobody can come talk to me about Cameron, Kayla, Micaiah, Kenja, Nate, Dave. Y'all cannot come talk to me about none of my parents. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to like them. But don't come over here with that because I'm going to cuss you out. I don't move like that. If I'm nothing else, I'm loyal to a fault. Now, everybody may not give me the same respect, and that's cool. I'm not everybody. I don't do that. I don't move like that. So at the end of the day, stop asking about it. Stop talking about it. Leave it. These girls are not mad at each other. These girls have zero hate towards one another. These girls have gone on to become your captains and co-captains at these prestigious HBCUs. These girls are booked and busy. They're writing books. They're starting families. These girls are doing the doggone thing. And at no point in time should anybody ever feel like it is okay for you to try to utilize, demonize, demoralize, or humiliate anyone that is a part of this organization, including me. If nothing else, everybody should be trying to uplift the girls and move forward because the next generation of dolls is the one that's taking over right now. See, again, everybody is living in a time warp. You're living in a time period that's been stamped and it's gone. Because this shit is 8 years old. It's over with. But again, Dancing Dolls is an organization. It's not a person. So if we all learn to let go of the past and stop looking for tea and stop looking for drama and stop trying to create stuff that doesn't exist, we don't have to worry about that. But what we can't do and what I'm not going to allow is for me to still be constantly blamed for something when I'm sorry it's just not true. I don't run Lifetime. I never have. I don't write beat sheets. I never have. I don't create content for Lifetime. I never have. I don't tell the parents to run into the studio. I never have. I never did a lot of the shit that I'm being blamed for. I sat quietly and over here to keep my peace. But I'm still not done. Part 4.
Now, I know Miss D had to cover what she had to cover, but baby, that part 3 was long, but we gonna get into it if she comes back tomorrow. Me personally, I wish they would end it. I wish they wouldn't even continue with this no more. But like I said, these girls are now quote unquote grown, and you know how we get when these young ladies feel like they're bigger than you now because they not understand a little bit more about life. But this is what Cameron had to say. But anyway, guys, hit the like, comment, subscribe button if Miss D or any one of them come back. So I'm going to let y'all know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.
That whole entire thing could have been handled better. Point blank. The entire thing. Like, from even just putting it on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had my own girls and they did some stuff like that, I would have said, oh, hold on. I would tell the producers, give me 1 second. I'm finna put them in my office real quick. And they gonna come back out here crying. You ain't gotta ask them why, just get that shot of them crying right there. I wouldn't have blasted them on TV. I wouldn't have did that. Cause they
Baby be shining bright like a diamond. Meditate daily. Baby enlightened. Baby make racks. Baby spend cash. Baby go get it and she don't gotta ask. Baby gon' run it up like an athlete. Plays gold at the track meet. At the stadium show going super hard. Cause baby a superstar. Just bought a crib out of lake. Off of the grid and out of LA.